Muffins and strawberry ice cream. We're going to go through a post here from Max Keiser and a friend of the channel, Mr. Conquer Finance, seems to have rage baited Mr. Keiser into admitting something. Mr. Keiser bought Bitcoin for $1 and admits it. I want you to know, so Mr. Keiser here, I've made many posts on Max Keiser. For example, this is Maxi himself. This is one of the karma posts he's done because here I look to show you. Karma works. Max Keiser danced on Richard Hart's grave, but then YouTube notifies him that they've permanently banned his channel for Russian propaganda, for being pro-Russia, anti-America. Bitcoin Maxis are on a kamikaze mission. And here I am telling you, when government comes for them, which they will, they're going to regret insulting Ethereum and altcoin communities. Yes, they will. They stand on their high horse when Bitcoin was going up a lot, but now Bitcoin's not going up as much. See, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Bitcoin used to go up heaps. 600x in this cycle, another 100x, another 20x. It's diminishing quite hard. Everybody can see this. And this chart is Bitcoin against the money supply, the power of money of printing. Look at this. I mean, look, do you need a monkey wearing glasses to tell you that you were early to Bitcoin here and then here? And then what about, oh, what's happening here? Uh-oh. Can you see this, friends? Can we just please firstly confirm our friendship in the comment section? Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Please shock the algorithm. Share with your friends and family and make them friendlier, smarter and wiser. But can you just please confirm with me that you understand that this arrow is going sideways? And you might say to me, oh no, but something's going to happen and the arrow is going to go up again. Okay. I want you, let's go zoom in. Let's go squint your eyes, friends. You're here to squint your eyes. Give me one good freaking reason why the parabola should go up when they printed infinite money in this little circle here. When they had 0% interest rates and they printed money and there was $16 trillion in negative yielding bonds. You know, Bitcoin just hitting 100K would have given it 2 trillion. Please explain to me why it didn't go up. You don't need to do that. I can give you the answer. The answer is because of Metcalfe's law. The answer is because Bitcoin already has 200 million people in the network now. The answer comes from the fact that money printing is not as pivotal to Bitcoin as you think. It's only people's expectations of money printing, okay? And with that, expectations of the fall of the fiat system. What does that mean? That means if they print money, who cares? Versus the world, if they print money and the people in the country, in the network of fiat, if they think it is marking the end of days for it, and so they leave the traditional finance system and they come into Bitcoin or crypto. That's what matters, the expectation of that. If they print money, who cares? It doesn't really matter. If they do like a one-off money printing and then everyone's like, well, I think the system's still cool to stay in, what does it really matter? Now, do you know why? This is why, friends, this is revelation. I learned it here with you. I learned it the hard way. This is why it's like this. This is why Bitcoin didn't hit 100K. It's because we have 200 million people. It's because people in America, Americana, and Australia, Dollary-Do land, and many other countries out there, shout out to Canada, shout out to the islands out there, people within the system don't give a damn. They would rather put on their blue hair wigs, argue about which toilet to use, and yell at the government. They would actually rather do that. Now, I know this is a very hard pill to swallow for us because we're like in crypto, fix the money, fix the world, and slowly they're going to realize, yeah, slowly they're going to realize. Slowly doesn't mean in the next 24 months. So have a look at this. So Mr. Conquer Finance, who's a good friend of the channel, he mentions, right? So Max is here to dance on graves again, dancing on BitBoy's grave. Look at this. Max, you bought Bitcoin at extremely low prices. Why are you so angry? You made more money in 10 years than most bloodlines will ever make in 10 generations. You didn't earn that money by relentless work and effort. You bought a Ponzi that went up like every asset ever. That's the truth. Give him 5 ticks, friends, 5 ticks. Now, of course, he's going into the hornet's nest of the Bitcoin Maxi land, but it is, you see, they give you a dose of truth. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's interesting. Whenever I point this out, people then go to my bags and they say, oh, but the same thing's happening to you. All right, Habib. When have I ever said we're not in one giant greater full Ponzi? Never. Have you noticed I always call the game the actual game? I call everything the game. That's the game. The game does not ask you, oh, what do you think about it today? It has nothing to do with that. That's the game playing out today is for chumps. We're thinking about the next 24 months, the next 36 months. Are more people going to come and join our game? Or are less people going to do it? I think more people are going to come do it. That's it. I'm not telling you to go do anything. I just tell you what I'm doing. So Mr. Conker Finance actually baited Max into a big, deep response. If you remember from my posts here, look, Max even replied with one of these, I am a holy religious priest of crypto. So I even have these posts here, even to share with you, right? Max, here he is going on stage for Bitcoin. He's going on absolutely nuts.
Something to justify their blowing themselves up. And the cost of terrorism is cheap. 9/11 only cost $500,000. The ability to borrow money and take over a company by war.
So this is why, by the way, a lot of Max, why he gets banned, just to let you know, he speaks a bit about the banned topics that you're not allowed to speak about on YouTube, because it is what it is. You're not allowed to do that, all right? And here I am just explaining to you, right? Max Keiser, the religious priest in the Bitcoin camp. Here I am. Now, if you remember, this is Gunther from the Hex community, and I got the picture from Max. So it is what it is. This is great. He's a great ambassador for Bitcoin. A lot of people will judge Max and say, oh, he's like on crazy or whatever. No, man, he's great. He's great to emulate. So I know this is Max's worst nightmare, but what he doesn't know is, so here he is performing an exorcism at Bitcoin Miami. Yes, it is, friends. He literally performed an exorcism, the bottom chart, and I put Gunther up here, right? So this is Bitcoin Miami down there. What Max doesn't know is he has now set the path for the way forward. That's the best part. Down there. So, you know, I think this is, like I said, this is not what you want to see, but it is what it is. This is what you need to do to form a large community. So if anybody ever approached me, they go, hey, my community's got 10 million people. How do I get it to 200 million? I now know this. I have the skills. Come and hire me. Don't put me in a body bag in the back of a van. I'll tell you all the secrets. Now you know what to do. You got to host conferences. You got to get exorcisms like this. You've got to play the character role. Yes, it really is just World of Warcraft for grown-ups. It really is this game. I know it sounds crazy, but this is financial entertainment, friends. We don't actually need anything in our life besides food, water, and the clothes on our back. Everything about this is the game. Power play, structures, the puzzle falling together. So as you can see, right, Max's post, he goes, you know, by definition, Bitcoin's not a Ponzi. Look up a Ponzi scheme. Bitcoin ain't it. So he's already snapping at this word Ponzi, which doesn't really matter, right? We all know when we use the word Ponzi, it's a meme and it's a joke. It's because Max is probably showing his bit of his boomer's age here. We know the word Ponzi has now transcended that. We just call everything a Ponzi, right? Everything you need to know about Bitcoin, and I mean everything, you are going to find it out in this next paragraph. I started buying Bitcoin in 2011 at $1 because I had to put the work in inventing virtual currencies to create and build HXS.com in 1996. And I think I got taken down. I am one of the handful of true experts in the world when it comes to virtual currencies and Bitcoin, having worked in finance and tech for over 40 years. Your comments are completely unfounded. You have no understanding. I suspect you are a poop coiner and a slub of extremely low character. Wrong. Conker Finance actually has very great character, mind you. I will pray for you. But this is great. Great, sets the groundwork. So remember what I said? Everything you need to know about Bitcoin, it's right here. I bought it at $1. There you go. You know, I actually have a response here, friends, but I'm not going to bother replying. I want to read you my response just to share with you. Okay, because I know these Bitcoin Maxis, it doesn't really matter. You are my family. I'm here to share it with you. I'm not going to post this one, just to let you know, okay? So I'm here to tell you, right? So I love Bitcoin. I mean, I've got to buy a Bitcoin sign up. I understand the vision. I know the game. It is a game, by the way. Max bought Bitcoin at $1, just like Roger Ver. Just understand that you are buying up their bags after it went up 30 30,000x. You are buying the bag. That's the definition of a sucker. You think something's cheap after it went up 30,000x and it's 15 years old. Now, just because something goes up doesn't mean you're still not a sucker. Because there are people who bought tech stocks after their 9-year run and it went up in the 10th year. So have a look at this. Everyone, this is the dangerous part. Everyone is now hoping their one Bitcoin becomes $1 million. Friends, I want to tell you this. Do you honestly think Max Keiser with 150,000 Bitcoin is going to have 150 billion in the next 24 months? Answer this for me. Do you think he's going to have 150 billion? Think about it. Just him. It's possible, but think about the likelihood of that. Think about what that actually means. Think about all the other big accounts who are going to also want to cash out when they don't hit 150 billion, that they want to just hit 1 billion. Of course, as soon as they hear this, I already know what they're going to say. They're going to say, you don't understand the money printing. They're exponentially printing money. The debt is coming. They have to keep printing the money out. But that's why I showed you this chart. This is Bitcoin on the money supply being printed. BTC on M2SL. That's the chart. You want to code it up yourself. It's showing you that even with all the heaps of money printing they did, we went sideways. So explain to me how, this is zombie virus, right? They printed plus 39% of the money supply here, plus 39%. And look at this. We're barely up. Now, barely it's a weird word because we're still up a lot. Okay, we're up 180%, 200%. We're up a 3x. What are they going to say, friends? They're going to say, that's great, we're winning. But why do they say that? It's because Michael Saylor's got $1 billion in here. Remember my teachings, friends. I make these videos for you to make you smarter, friendlier, and wiser like a blueberry pie. I'm telling you, your 2x means nothing, but their 2x means a lot. When they have $80 million in Bitcoin, a 2x in them is another freaking $80 million. They don't know which other coin out there or asset to pick, but they can route your attention and torpedo your efforts into buying Bitcoin because that's all they know. We're creatures of habit. Big difference. I know it's starting to make sense. You can see it now. So you don't even need me to tell you. Bitcoin's gains are diminishing hard. And here I am, and let everyone know, most will learn the hard way. Here's this lady, by the way. Most are going to learn the hard way. All these people, of course, rage. Ha ha ha, look at this. Bitcoin, not crypto. Like, do you know how much of a loser you look like? Look at this chart, man. How are you telling me you are going to go parabolic from here when you couldn't even you could barely go parabolic when they did infinite QE? I know what their talking points are. I know all their talking points back to front. They say a country's going to print. And then the government's going to put it on the balance sheet. Yeah. It might come one day. It ain't coming in the next 24 months. Not even close. Not even close. That's why. So now you see, friends, this trap zone up here. Now you can see why it's dangerous. They're all in it. They're all in it. You know, I made a poll once. I think I said, what is the most dangerous, biggest lie in crypto? And I emphatically say it's that you only need one Bitcoin to retire. That's what they say. There's only 20 million Bitcoin. Satoshi's locked up 1 million. Only one Bitcoin. There's not enough Bitcoin out there for millionaires. Bullocks. Don't believe that garbage. All right. Imagine I said to you, how many ounces of gold do you need to retire? It's the same thing. Doesn't really matter. What if people just don't want gold? Who cares? Oh, we're running out of gold. I don't give a damn. I don't care about gold. Just like I'm telling you, Bitcoin layer 0, maybe people just don't care about it as much. Yeah, we need it, but we just don't care that much, right? Just like the roof over your house, you need it, but you don't go cheering it every day and talking about it to your friends. Yeah, it's a roof. It protects you. Okay, get over it. We're here in the game of speculation. When you read this language from them, I want you to please just be intellectually, just be honest with me. Doesn't this sound like someone who's playing the game, but trying to get you to understand that he's not playing the game? Because that's what I read from it. I was in your position 5 years ago. Remember, I respect these people and I know the role they play. They're religious priests. Every community needs a religious priest. Every team needs a mascot. There are people who have the American flag out in the front of the yard. There are people with Australian flag tattoos. I understand that. It is what it is. But just understand it's a game. Don't pretend it's not a game. And if there's anything that will talk about what I'm referring to better, it's not going to be as good as this Bitcoin dominance chart. This is telling you everything you need to know about crypto. Bitcoin dominance is basically Bitcoin versus digital money. Bitcoin dominance has been going down. The biggest damage to Bitcoin dominance came because Ethereum got birthed. You can't tell me that this thing doing this move is a fluke, even though they'll say it's a fluke. They'll say, well, look, I know you're a laugh. People believe Bitcoin dominance has gone back to 99%. Most of the Bitcoin maxis do believe that. Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know if they really do believe it, but they tell all the followers Bitcoin is going to absorb all of the best working features from Ethereum and Monero and everything else, and they're all going to eventually come back to Bitcoin because they're not fully decentralized, so they're all going to crumble very fast. I think that's a load of baloney. Why? The rate at which they crumble, Bitcoin maxis think it's going to take, within 4 years it's going to crumble. No, what if it takes 50 years? You're out in the next 5 years anyway. Who the hell cares? You see what I mean? They're not fully decentralized, but they're decentralized enough to last a few decades. That's what they're not telling you. They know this. They know this deep down. They're just pretending not to tell the audience. So what do you do from here? Just acknowledge, one, that this chart's going down. We can't deny that. Two, acknowledge another fact that tilts them. Ethereum is gaining against Bitcoin. One Ethereum on the ICO used to buy you 2,000 ETH. So one BTC used to buy 2,000 ETH. Today, one BTC buys 16 ETH. All right. Who's losing purchasing power here? Bitcoin is losing purchasing power. You used to be able to get 2,000 Ethereum for your Bitcoin. Now you only get 16. What's the future going to hold? Eventually, it's going to go back down to 10. When the ratio hits 0.10 here, you're only going to get 10 Ethereum. This is the market sending us a signal, right? The Bitcoin narrative is very powerful. It's like a savings account where you can always go back to it over time. But just don't forget that, man. Your piggy bank savings account, it's for the rainy day. It's in case stuff happens. It's not going to be your ticket to retirement. And that's what you're all here for. Why are Bitcoin maxis completely ignoring this like Max? It's because they got it at $1, man. They've got billions. Their savings account just so happened to be the investment moonshot. We're not going to get that again. Not even close. But you understand it. Everybody understands it. That's why we're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep remaining Freds, keep our posture straight, and look for the next opportunity, because at the end of the day, we know it is a big, wide open world. There are different reasons why people want to join network effects. And the Bitcoin reason, the layer 0 reason, the fix the money, fix the world reason, that is just one small component. Don't forget, the internet is a wide place too. 33% of the internet is pornography. And the other 65% is people sending pictures, memes, music, and just purely wasting time entertainment. But there's a lot of money to be made there. We can increase our wealth position in the world as long as we understand it's all ultimately a game. Like, subscribe, but what and all. Don't forget to tell mum and dad we love and appreciate them every single day, friends. Catch you in the next one.